What kind of notice are these people getting?
For the people that are getting canceled and non-renew notices, they're freaking out. They're like, we need to find insurance. We've called all over the place. What can you do to help us?
I am really looking forward to this live stream today just because, we've been getting a lot of the viewers asking about insurance. People would say things like, man, my insurance just dropped me, or they didn't renew, or I'm trying to buy a house and I'm delayed in escrow now because it takes like 15 to 20 days for the whole policy thing to get rid of. So that's why we're so glad you're here today, Chris, so that way you can kind of go over all of that and talk about the changes. So yeah, man, why don't you kind of introduce yourself and then we will go from there.
Sure, yeah. My name's Chris. I'm the owner of Kamara Insurance Agency here in the Sacramento area, and we're a small local agency, and we're just trying to help people the best we can.
Is it true? Maybe it's changed, I don't know, but then is it true that like for homeowners right now that are buying a home, they're in escrow, does it still take up to weeks of getting a quote?
We'll talk about your California Fair Plan policies. In October 27th, just a few months ago, the California Fair Plan moved from one operating system to another operating system, and it has not been without challenges. At the peak, I would say late November, early December, it was, between 20 and 25 business days to see a quote return from the California Fair Plan. I just recently submitted one in like December 29th, and I got it back in 5 business days. I submitted one today, and I'm expecting it to be back in the next 5 business days. So that's not
okay. So it's gotten better.
Yeah, it's just because they changed systems, and it was, there's some bumps when you change systems.
Now, you having your own independent broker, do you have quotas?
No.
Oh my gosh, like I'm hearing all these other agents that are selling policies and their whole company have quotas for each like district, and that's kind of stressful, right? To where like they could only do like maybe 2,000 policies or so.
So the rumor was, and again, I don't work for farmers and I don't know, but the rumor was that they limited it, they capped it to a certain amount of policies per month, and then they would stop after that. And again, I don't know that firsthand. I can't write farmers, they're a cap.
In your opinion, why do you think they will put a cap? Because aren't you losing customers to your competition if you're going to take that long?
That's great when you say it that way, but think about it this way. If we're missing 65% of the market in carriers, what competition is there? Instead of you writing your steady amount each month, now you're getting 10 times the volume. Did you build your system to hold that much volume? Did you want that much market share? I mean, there's got to be bumpers to control it, or else they're going to get everything and even stuff they don't want.
That makes a lot of sense. Eating more than what you could chew.
Yeah. And you got 10 people at a wedding table, or you got 10 seats, right? But only 4 people show up and all the food's still coming out, courses and courses of meals. You're going to want to limit how much you eat of each course. You're not going to finish every single one. You'd be way too full at the end of the wedding, right?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Now, does this only apply to like homes, or does it also apply to like auto insurance too? Because I get people that would say, man, Geico just dropped me today, or whoever just dropped me today.
So auto insurance is even worse than homeowner insurance in California. I currently have one auto insurance carrier that I can write monoline, and I've not written very much auto at all. I have
monoline,
one or two.
Monoline, what is that?
Like that just means auto by itself. So I have one carrier that will write monoline auto, meaning just that line of coverage, auto insurance. I have one or two carriers that will bundle, meaning they'll take the home and the auto together, or else they won't take anything. And even those carriers are limiting how much we can write.
Wow.
So you're saying, Chris, right now is a good time to be an insurance agent?
It's very stressful. It's been some long days, and everything about my agency from when I formed it to when I left where I was about serving the client. I just want to help people. So like you said, quotas and all these other things, I believe those are all byproducts. I help the client and they're happy and they're taken care of, then the rest of it falls in line and the business is fine. That's how I look at it. It's just been a lot of work.
It's only you. You're a one-man show for right now?
So there's me. I've got actually 2 part-time producers tied to my office now that are helping out. And then I have one part-time admin person that is going to get licensed, and she'll be a producer as well. And I'm actively looking to hire an office worker. So I'm looking for someone that will do my customer service or account management so that I can keep up my service level to my clients, first of all, and that we can, turn things in a reasonable amount of time. Like you were saying, quotes taking a long period of time. I try to turn my quotes to my referral partners, and those are my priority. is, my loan officers, my bookkeepers, my realtors. I try to turn those quotes in 1 to 3 hours when I get those requests. And then once I get in touch with the client, they become the priority and their binding becomes a priority, because my goal is to not hold up their closings, right? My goal is to make my portion of their whole world that needs to happen. Buying a home is a lot of pieces. There's a lot of moving parts. I'm trying to make insurance as easy as possible for them. And then on the other hand, for the people that are getting canceled and non-renew notices from their current carriers, they're freaking out. They're like, we need to find insurance. We've called all over the place. What can you do to help us? I want to make sure they're not staying uninsured. Those are where we're focusing quite a bit on right now. People have been reaching out all hours of the day looking for insurance because they can't find something and they're going to be canceled.
What kind of notice are these people getting when they get canceled like that? Are they getting like 30 days, 60 days?
It depends on carrier, and I think there's a requirement in California, but I think they get 60 or 45-day notices. I don't remember off the top of my head, but you get something in the mail and you don't check your mail for a week or two, or you forget about it, right? Where you're like, oh yeah, my mortgage company or my escrow company is going to take care of it, and then you find out it's not, and all of a sudden it's an emergency, right?
Yeah.
With that, again, Chris, thank you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
log us out, and we're gonna let you guys go. Okay, Chi fams, thank you again. Take care. Peace out.